Welcome back to The Race. I'm Chris Stewart here in Washington, D.C. We're right in front of the Lincoln Memorial. And you might have thought with the midterm election over, you could be getting a break from the onslaught of political ads. But the truth is, campaigning for the 2020 presidential race is expected to get started any time now. And Corey Rangel's taking a look ahead into America's next big race.
Don't look now, but the 2020 presidential election is right around the corner.
I know people think it's a long ways out, but the reality is the Iowa caucuses are likely to be about 15 months from now, if not sooner.
The Iowa caucuses are expected to be the first votes for the presidential election, and winning can help build momentum. Several high-profile Democrats have already visited recently, and experts say it won't be long until some of them officially throw their hat in the ring.
I would imagine that we're going to have some candidates announcing their runs either at the end of this year, so the end of December, or in the first 2 months of 2019.
Laura Brown wrote a book on presidential nominations and elections. She says Democrats can expect a crowded field this year, just like the Republicans had in 2016. While no one has officially announced, a list of potential candidates has been building for months.
We're going to have a lot of different Democrats from a lot of different regions trying to make the argument that they're really the one to kind of lead the party and bring the White House back to the Democrats.
While it's rare that an incumbent president loses a re-election campaign, Brown says President Trump is vulnerable.
After the 2018 elections, that the Republican Party's base is shrinking. They are not appealing to as many people as they used to. There is now a 20-point split among women in terms of who and what party they favor.
And it's still not known if President Trump will face his own primary challenger. For The Race, I'm Corey Rangel.
And before we wrap things up here, we're going to go to Newsy's Alex Miller and cartoonist Nick Rafferzo one more time with a look at why every vote counts.
The 2018 midterm election drew voters for different reasons. Some felt passionate about the state of our politics. Others are what we call single-issue voters. They picked their candidate based on an issue most important to them. Healthcare and the economy are among the top reasons people went to the polls. Nearly 9 in 10 Democrats say healthcare is very important, compared with 6 in 10 Republicans. Those numbers nearly flip when talking about the economy. So, for example, the single mother working 2 jobs to be able to provide care for her child with cancer worried her child will be denied health coverage based on a pre-existing condition. Her vote can determine a governor, a senator, or legislation that would help ensure her child's pre-existing conditions don't affect her child's coverage. Or the struggling couple worried about the rising cost of food, gas, and their mortgage. Their votes can help choose candidates and policies that make sure their taxes are fair and spent wisely. So why is your vote important? Whether you're a single-issue voter or just passionate about politics, your life is impacted directly by who's in power. Your paycheck, the food you buy, the roads you drive on, even the freedoms you have are all affected. Your voice and your vote determine your future, your neighborhood's future, and your country's future.
I want to thank you for joining us these past few months here on The Race. We hope you learned a lot and you took a better understanding of the issues with you to the ballot box. That'll do it for us. I'm Chris Stewart in Washington, D.C., and this was The Race 2018.